Hey, thanks for clicking on this video. If you're here, I assume that you, like me, saw the announcement of the Suicide Squad game earlier this morning and are looking for as much information as you can get your eyes on. And I'm going to try to do just that for you guys. We're going to talk about what we know, speculate as to what we can expect, as well as try to predict a general release date for the game. These speculations, I feel, also have a lot of supporting evidence, so let's just get right into it. What do we know? Rocksteady Studios have announced they are making a Suicide Squad game. Rocksteady is the same studio that was responsible for some of my favorite DC games to date, being the Batman Arkham games. We also know that the photo that accompanied the announcement of the game hints that the Suicide Squad will be taking on Superman. And we know that this game has been in the works for years, quoting a senior writer of the game, Kim McCaskill. Now, there's already speculation as to whether or not the character pictured in the announcement is Superman or Bizarro. I am highly confident that it is in fact Superman. I believe this for a couple of reasons. For one, Kim McCaskill liked a tweet of mine replying to a person who was saying that they hoped Superman was going to be a well-written leader of the Justice League. To which I said, I hope he's losing his shit. I personally think that some of the best stories, or some of my favorite stories to read in DC Comics, are when Superman is in fact losing his mind. A lot of people are really focused on the rough appearance of Superman's face, though. If you look closely, you can see some discoloration and cracking. A lot of people believe this is why the character pictured is Bizarro. If we just take a quick look at some of the comics that have come out since the last Arkham game was released, however, especially if you look for comics involving the Suicide Squad, you would quickly come across a series called Justice League versus Suicide Squad. Convenient, right? Well, it just so happens that on the cover of issue number 5, take a look at Superman's face. Now, for those of you that are interested in what may be happening to cause Superman to look like this, the answer is click away right now if you don't want spoilers, because we're about to get really spoilery and go down a big rabbit hole. I'm gonna give you like 3, 2, 1. All right, it's too late. The answer is this guy, Eclipso. In this story arc, the Justice League are mentally overpowered by Eclipso and are looking to take over the world. If you want a quick overview of this story without having to go out and buy the comics or anything like that, check out Comic Storian. I'll link the video in the description. That dude covers like a lot of comics. Anyway, anyone familiar with the Suicide Squad knows that ultimately they are working for Amanda Waller with the hopes of reduced sentences, while Amanda Waller supposedly answers to the government, but truth is, she's like the anti-Bruce Wayne, and she's really just a super genius that is thirsty for power. So if the comic series provides any insight as to what to expect for this game, Amanda Waller will first be looking to hold off the Justice League from putting an end to her underground black ops. This will get interrupted by a guy called Maxwell Lord, who will release the OG Suicide Squad. That includes the nearly indestructible Lobo. Then the Justice League will attempt to stop them, but be overcome by Eclipso, and then we will have our battle royale between everyone in between. But that's if they stick to the story in the comics, which I suspect they might. Like I said, this storyline went to print shortly after the last Arkham game was made, and a senior writer for this game says she's been working on this project for quote-unquote years, which would reasonably put this game being written around the same time. And looking at how DC has had documented success with the coupling of their comics and video games, if we just look at Injustice, I'm willing to bet that they're gonna keep to the formula with this one. Now, with all of that said, when will this release? Well, the game is looking to have a full presentation included in the upcoming DC FanDome event on August 22nd. And with some forward thinking, DC has already announced that a new Suicide Squad movie will be released in August of 2021. So, timing-wise, I would say this game is coming sooner rather than later. DC is going to want to start trailers and advertising for the new movie, likely around the coming spring, so I would say the game drops then at the latest. Ideally though, I think they're aiming for the release of the next-gen consoles, which would put it dropping likely around Black Friday. A super hopeful and hype train part of me wants to say there is a chance that they launch it immediately following the DC FanDome event though. I think that would actually be the coolest. They drop this teaser announcement, point to the event to get the details. DC FanDome happens, they show off all their upcoming content to include information about the new Suicide Squad movie to release next year, and then boom, go play Suicide Squad now. I think that keeps the most attention on the game and the movie, since people will hopefully be playing the game now and then in the coming months be drip-fed movie teasers. There are rumors that this game will be live service, so maybe the game acts as a lead-in to the movie? Who knows? But that's what I've got for you today. I'm saying the guy in the announcement picture is Superman. The real target is going to be Eclipso, but the real villain, as is usually the case with Suicide Squad, is going to be Amanda Waller. And hopefully we can get our hands on this game as early as the end of the month. If not then hopefully Black Friday or Christmas. But tell me what you think in the comments. If you want more hot takes about this game, be sure to subscribe. We currently play a lot of different games on this channel, but I really am looking forward to this title, and I'm going to be looking to update you guys on any news that I can find and tie together. So until next time, be chill, stay safe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.